I guess we should make the video guide for, not the video guide, but just basically a talking of the witch doctor and what's been going on and why I'm doing this. But anyways, hello, I'm Debo. Recently, last couple days or at least couple weeks, I've been contemplating, because I have a lot of EU people who enjoy, who watch my stream that want to play on my witch doctor, but I don't have one on the EU. So I figured with two birds with one stone, it was actually a good idea to make a fresh new witch doctor, which has no gold, no gems, no anything like that, and level it from 1 to 70 and see what I can get out of it in 24 hours game time. Now, I decided I'm going to actually keep playing this witch doctor. It's basically like a ladder simulation. For you guys don't know what a ladder is, ladder is basically it's going to be anywhere they said between 1 to 6 months. I think it's going to be maybe 3 to 4 months. We'll have to wait and see. But let's just say we're assuming that ladders are going to last 4 months. Every time a ladder season resets, it's called a season. So if they do 4 months, that means they'd have 3 seasons. Or if they did 3 months, they'd have 4 seasons. And what happens is this. In a ladder, you have to make a brand new character. This character is not related to your non-ladder characters, which are basically characters that you're playing right now inside the ladder system. You are ranked versus other players of your class, and I imagine you would be ranked compared to the world or everybody else just in general. They'll have like a general ranking, they don't have a class ranking. And you start off at level 1. You have no items, you have no gold, you have no plans done, you don't have anything. It's just basically like if you installed Diablo 3 for the first time, installed Reaper of Souls, and then decided to start playing. So, basically you just go through what anybody else would do, leveling up, getting experience, getting better items, and eventually what they're going to try to rank us on is either going to probably be levels, gear, or tiered rifts, which are it's going to be included in the new system where when you're doing a rift, you have a percent chance, I guess, there's something along this line where you can access a tiered rift. And in these tiered rifts, they have countdowns, and you move on to floor. So as long as you kill all the monsters within a certain time frame, from what they explained so far, you move on or you advance into the next level. And they keep doing that until basically you can't advance any further because the monsters are getting too strong or you didn't meet the time requirement or you couldn't kill all the monsters. And then they rank you based upon your class and I guess versus everybody else. And Blizzard also stated that they're going to be using the tiered rift structure to basically rank you. So there's going to be a non-ladder tiered rift system and there's going to be a ladder tiered system or tiered rift system. Also in ladders you get specific legendary only items that only drop in ladder, and when the ladder season is over, then all the legendaries or made special ladder only exclusive items will become available to non-ladder play. So just in general, that's pretty much what's going down. So I said, you know what, this is pretty exciting to me, and it's going to be a while before ladders come out. We have no guarantee confirmation. We have no PTR yet. So I took it along my own self to say, well, you know what, I needed to make this character anyway. Let's just go ahead and see how it would roll if I actually got no help, no boosting, no one trying to level me up, no one giving me any gear or anything like that. So I have to say, pretty much so far, she ended up turning out pretty good in the first 24 hours of play. Um, my major plans were I knew I didn't want to waste a lot of money on crafting from the blacksmith or crafting jewels because that is very expensive and that can make you broke very quick. But I was interested in maxing out the mystic as quickly as possible so I can have the option to reroll yellow gears. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because it's significantly easier to reroll a yellow gear to what you want as opposed to a legendary, as I can just show you an example. So if I wanted to say, let's say, reroll this one regular rare ring, doesn't take too much. It takes 3 arcane dust, 4 veil crystals, and 1 death breath. Not that much money. That's easy. Now, if you actually look at the puzzle ring, in order to reroll, I need a forgotten soul, 11 veil crystals, 5 arcane dust, 1 flawless imperial topaz ring. Now you might say, well, Debo, that doesn't seem like too much. Well, 1 flawless imperial topaz ring, let me put it in perspective for you at the jewel crafter here. Now, if you take a look here, to make to make 3 imperial topazes, it takes 3 of the marquee gems, right? So, in order to make the gem we need to do 1 single reroll for the puzzle ring, we would actually have to get 3 imperial topazes, which is 200k each. So that's 600k to make I'm sorry. Each Imperial craft is 200k. We need 3 of them so we can make the next tier level of gem, which we'll be using to reroll for the puzzle ring. So you're looking at 600,000, not to mention the extra gold that you actually have to spend to craft the next level gem. So you're looking at about 800,000 plus, you know, all the other mats just to reroll one time for a legendary item for like rings and stuff like that. So saying to myself, I was like, well, probably the most effective way to start getting into the content of the game and actually putting in some good work in terms of killing monsters, getting experience, getting loot, we want to ensure that we get a lot of crafting materials. So instead of just simply just putting on Torment level 1 and just going through it painstakingly slow, even though I know that I cannot get a set legendary below T1, I could still use Keldala and she can still give me one. And the big thing is, I don't even have any set items yet, but the way I've been playing it, since I don't have that much money or I'm limited on my resources and what have you not, I've been focusing more on the rare items, more specifically for my weapon, my rings, my gloves, and hopefully future soon my necklace. And the reason why I say this is because your rings, your gloves, and your necklace can provide a lot of damage, is what you need outright in the beginning of everything. And normally if you reroll like a legendary glove or rings or a necklace, it's very expensive because there's so many different possibilities of things that can roll out. You know, maybe your critical damage doesn't roll that high, or maybe you didn't get this certain stat that you wanted. So the easiest way to go, I found, or at least I was planning myself, was just level up, pick up everything, do nothing but bounties. When I get to level 70, you know what, sit down and, you know, craft some certain gear that I need, or just basically along the lines from going from 60 to 70, just keep picking up everything, using the best item that I have possible, and re-rolling rare items to what I need them to be. So I was able to get this nice little gem at level 70. I re-rolled it to have critical damage, critical chance, and then also attack speed. So that was a pretty nice trifecta. And I also had another ring that was pretty well, but eventually I found this puzzle ring, which was quite nice. It had average damage on it, int, attack speed, and regeneration. I'd like to reroll the generation to something else, but like I told you again, it's very expensive to reroll. So unless I get like natural items like this, I'm pretty much going to be using rare rings. And technically, if I were to get another ring like this, that would actually do more damage than actually what the puzzle ring offers. But the puzzle ring is quite nice because it has a little goblin that helps me find little legendaries. Plus, the stats are not that bad. Average damage, attack speed, int, I can't complain about that. Now, sometimes you might just get lucky, like I kind of did. I actually was able to get these Swamplanders Poison Pants. They have max poison roll, intelligence, all resistance, 2 sockets, so I was pretty stoked about that. And I also found the Grim Reaper mask, which made things a heck of a lot easier. So, for the most part, though, at least for your main hand, your offhand, well, yeah, pretty much your main hand, your offhand, rings, gloves, and necklace, I would say you probably want them to be rare, unless you get lucky and you find like a Ukapin Serpent. And I was happy about that. I got it socketed and I put extra end gem in it. So if you find something like that, that's fantastic. But realistically, you know, for those main slots that give you so much damage to your build, you probably just want to use the rare ones and use all the crafting mats you've been, you know, picking up and breaking down gears, because you can easily roll a rare ring into a trifecta 10 times infinitely easier than what you can do for a legendary. So, you know, game plan was, like I said again, level up to level 70, pick up everything along the way, just use whatever is the strongest, and once I start going from 60 to 70, then just kind of looking at different items and different things like that and just re-rolling what I needed to re-roll. But most importantly, once I hit 70 and I start getting all the yellow rare items, and I was able to start making some, you know, nice little crafts like, you know, int, vitality, attack speed, crit chance. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but you know what, it's fine. Do I really want to keep looking for crit damage? Maybe not, because I don't want to keep spending a bunch of money. But the basic theme idea here is to get a nice little rare yellow set of items going on that you re-roll really good. Like these boots are pretty nice, 412 int, 413 vitality. They roll on this roll max. It has all resistance. Now I could get movement speed, but you know, I'm not really worried about that because I'm running fierce loyalty. So pretty much, like I said, just between those items, those ones you want to be rare. And now as for everything else, chest I'm still debating about. It's kind of hard to get 3 sockets using this, and plus the crafting materials are kind of steep. But for the most part, I think shoulders is a definitely good legendary to start gambling for. Well, let me be straightforward with you. Gambling helmets until you get a legendary helmet. So when I went from level 1 to 70 and I didn't spend any blood shards or any keystone rift fragments, then I was like, okay, well, now I'm going to start getting blood shards. I gambled for the helmet. I got lucky. I got a Grim Reaper. Now, you can keep going for a Drum, but at that point I said to myself, well, I know I can make a really strong build using the Grim Reaper because it's very good at earlier level difficulties and early torments. So I said, okay, well, instead of me investing and keep going into trying to get a Drum, okay, now I'm going to go for the next item. And then eventually, I was able to get some poor frame pauldrons. I'm like, great. And these rolled actually pretty nice, as you see. And I re-rolled it because it's really easy to re-roll shoulders for legendary items. So from between these first two items, that looked pretty good. I do have this nice level 60 that has int, attack speed, and crit chance max. So I was pretty happy about that. I couldn't complain. I'm still looking for a level 71, but when that drops, I'll be able to re-roll it to what I have and what I need. I got this Aquila Cuirass, which is okay. It has good and vitality armor. It's just good overall tanky. I like sockets inside of it, but it's pretty expensive to re-roll it. Plus, it's 1337, so that's pretty cool because it's elite, But realistically, you don't want to blow all your money in ladder. We're not crafting gems. We're not forging stuff yet. So just within the first, 24 hours of play or whatever, I just been saying, okay, well, I'm just going to keep hoping a legendary chest drops to 3 sockets, or maybe I'll get lucky on a reroll and stuff like that. Now for the bracers, I was real good with this. I got crit percent chance like on the second roll. It's not that bad to reroll bracers. Good int, good vitality, good R resistance, and crit percent chance. So I was pretty stoked about that. Hellcast Waistguard drop, great item. Don't need to really do anything to it. So at least for your shoulders, your helmet, and your bracers, your belt, and your pants and your chest, it's not too bad to try to re-roll those or get items that can fit fit those spots. Because, like I said, they either drop or you can gamble from Keldala. But pretty much now that I am level 70, I got both my blacksmithing maxed out, I got my jewel crafting maxed out. But remember, I also maxed out my Mystic first, and as long as you're grinding everything out and doing your quests and doing your bounties, you'll have more than enough gold to upgrade all your upgrade the artisans to level 12, and not to mention re-roll some of the basic items like I did. So as long as you're picking up everything and you're consistent in your leveling and your farming, you'll have no problems, at least early on, getting some of the basic stuff re-rolled. Now my next plan pretty much is what I'm going to be doing with this Witch Doctor is I'm going to be keeping regular up-to-date moments on the Witch Doctor. Every time I play her, it counts as a day, so we're technically on day 4 at 24 hours invested. Well, technically, day 4 hasn't ended yet. I'll probably get in at least about another 6 hours on her today. But Witch Doctor, I think, has a very good, I don't want to say advantage in ladder, but all you need is one helmet. If you get a Grim Reaper, a Quetzalcoatl, a Jerome, or Carnival, which all starts dropping at level 60, and then especially because you're going to be gambling Keldala first, you got access right into doing a powerful build right off the bat. So once I got the Grim Reaper, I was able to do my Grim Reaper build, and now I'm clearing through everything no problem. The only thing I can really do now is that I'm actually looking forward to crafting tomorrow, because they're going to have a patch, because this character's on EU. They haven't got the patch yet, but they greatly reduced the costs and things of that of how you can craft things. So that's going to also be nice, because now I can start crafting Ogdal's set and Kane's set to get more effective gear. I may not be able to re-roll them right off the bat, because re-rolling is going to be very expensive, but like I said again, at least I can maybe go for my Ogdal shoulder, my chest, and my bracer, get that 3-piece going, get the Kane shoes and also the gloves. That'd be great. And then maybe get a 2-piece Blackthorns on my chest and my belt. And then at that point, I still got my rings are open, so I can get trifecta, rare rings. Trifecta, hopefully rare ring on the necklace. Have my good, decent weapon in my offhand. But let's see. But so far, I haven't ran into any problems myself. I'm at 619 sheet DPS, 3.5 mil toughness. My HP is at 298k. I probably could do Torment 1 at a slow rate. Masters, I could probably do at a steady rate. But I do still got some keystone fragments that I'm going through. Let me see here. Down to 34. So I'm going to run about 6 more. And then after that, I'm going to go immediately next to 4 bounties. So leveling was easy. 1 to 70, picking up everything, breaking everything down. re-rolling the rare items and using that to get ahead, and only re-rolling the slots that were easy to re-roll. That helped out a lot. Maxing out the Mystic first, that helped out tremendously. And basically now, since we hit 70, we just, to get even better geared up, we just ran the rifts on whatever difficulty we wanted to get little filler legendaries and what have you not. And now we can start looking towards maybe trying to gamble for that Jerome's helmet now. Or I'm basically trying to finish off that the boots, get legendary boots, and then I'll go right back into Jerome's. But if I don't find any boots today, then tomorrow I'll just simply just craft some, because they're going to be doing, like I said, a lot of the crafting changes due to the patch 2.06. So now the next phase of the plan is to do about 100 Act 1 bounties. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's a lot of nice stuff from Act 1. I need to get mostly the braces are pretty nice, but really it's just the Roll Ring of Randor. And not to mention they have a really sick mace in there, the one-handed mace, a Monarch Scepter or whatever. That's going to be like hell to reroll, but hopefully it'll roll with the socket and roll some good damage. And also King Leor's Gorget, which is the necklace that's rare there. And then there's a couple other acts. I might look for a couple items, but predominantly it's going to just be Act 1 bounties. I want to try to get about 100 bounty caches and open them up, see how I do there. I'll get plenty of gold, plenty of experience. And then after I get about 100 Keystone Rift Shard fragments or whatever, then I'll go back to doing the rips again, and hopefully by that point I'll be at Torment level 1. So for at least for the first 24 hours, we got to 70. We got a lot of nice legendaries that allow us to do, like, you know, masters. Now with the crafting system in place, now they're going to be changing soon. It'll probably be even easier to get the Torment to level 1. And I mean, as soon as we get that Jerome, it's pretty much going to be locked up and tight, just pretty much in just terms of just getting through the levels and doing what we have to do to progress onwards. After a 30-day period of this character, I'm going to take a look about how she came from when she first started to how she ended. I'm probably going to be doing maybe about 2 video updates a week on this character until it hits the 30-day mark. And then also I will always be keeping tabs on a regular basis, just maybe not necessarily making a video, but just posting her up-to-date pictures and her gears and things of that nature, just so everybody kind of knows what's going on. So some people might ask why I'm doing this. This might be a waste of time. I say, well, we're waiting for PTR to come out for ladders, so I don't think it really hurts anything for us to sit down and plus, if you have friends on the European server, just try it. I mean, I did the same thing. I'm going to be doing more Witch Doctors from 1 to 70 because I want to know what things I should be going for, what spells are the best while leveling, what I should be upgrading first, what I should be going for. You know, all that stuff actually plays into a key role because you're limited on gold. Now, unless Blizzard nerfs the ladder to the point where, or nerfs the gold cost, I think gold is going to be definitely a big thing that's going to slow things down. And what I'm just trying to do is just have a plan so that when ladders actually do drop, I can be like, okay, I know how to do level 1 through 36. After level 36, I'll be pretty much done with adventure, or done with story mode. Okay, from level 36 to level 70, we're going to go ahead and do bounties. We're going to pick up everything and break everything down. At level 70, I'm going to try to get myself a nice set of yellow rare items, get the weapon reroll, get all that good stuff. And after that, okay, now I'm level 70, I got my rare items. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do a whole bunch of rifts until I don't have any keystone stone fragments. Okay, I don't have anything. Okay, I got a good bunch of legendaries from there. Alright, what's the next step? Okay, the next step is do Act 1 and start getting those cash farms in so I can get that Royal Ring of Grandeur. So basically, when the ladders come out, we know these skills are really good early on. These builds are like the best in terms of farming fast and getting your Witch Doctor up, so we can start making those claims to fame on that in-game build, because I do believe in ladder what's going to make a big difference is whoever can get the T6 first and start effectively farming it so they can get gold, so they can get experience. Experience will increase the Paragon levels, which make a big difference in your character, and gold will allow you to reroll for those max level gems that give like up to 280 intelligence or what have you not, and that's a huge DPS boost. So I'm looking forward to this. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Keep checking out the forum guides or the forums on Reddit, Diablo 3 and Diablo fans. I'll be posting there my findings, and I'll be keeping up to date, and we'll see how she evolves from the first couple days of play to day 30, where basically once she hits that point, we're just going to stop, see where we came from, analyze what we did, and then we're going to start a new witch doctor and level it over the course of 30 days to see what we do. Or maybe we'll just do it in 2-week increments. I don't know. Or maybe we'll just do it on time played, just so that we, at least as the witch doctor community, can know this is how we need to run ladder. This is what we need to start building towards. These builds are what viable for us early on starting off, and this is what we want to aim for. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Look for more stuff to come. Check me out on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all that social media crazy plugging, and I will see you guys later.